Sitting there watching the video and going through all that again, I thought this would never bother me a bit, but it kind of does. Just knowing, looking back and remembering the things that we had to do when we was there working as a first responder and going through with the fire department. It brings back lots of memories, and it was a good reminder as well as getting to talk to some of the guys that went up there with us, and especially hearing from our survivor.
On that date, at 9:02, I was sitting at a computer outside of my office. Everything seemed to happen at once. We were dazed and stunned. There were people coming to help. They were rushing to help, but people weren't panicking. People were just trying to as thoughtfully as they could, do whatever they could to help and be of service. If you're ever tempted to think that people are just out for themselves, that ain't true. It wasn't true on April 19th, 1995. A lady came and sat down beside me. I don't know if she was a nurse, doctor, psychiatrist, or an angel, as far as I know. But she could tell I was in bad shape. I don't remember what all she said to me, but I did remember that she told me that I might find myself getting really angry in the next few days, and just to be sure not to take it out on my family and my friends that were closest to me.
Are you glad that you did therapy?
I mentioned faith and family, and I don't know how anybody got through it without faith and without family. But without counseling, it would have taken me longer to work through things. I'm very grateful for the individual counseling I got and for the group counseling I got. Asking for help is a sign of knowing yourself and being proactive. It's not a sign of weakness. So get help when you need it.
It was definitely more emotional than I thought it would be. And I also was really emotional when I was put into the shoes of his wife.
What did your wife feel like when you called her? Called her for the first time saying, hey, I'm okay?
We had a pretty good gathering at our house of neighbors and family that came to wait. And when he called, he said, this is Dennis. And I just started sobbing. I didn't even realize how worried I was.
There is still so much hate in this country and across the world. The good thing is that you can do stuff to make it better. Service, honor, kindness, those are three ways you can make things better. You can make things better here in Burns Flat and in Washita County and in our state and in our country.
I feel like this was one of the best presentations I've ever sat through. I've never really known people who've known people who even were there that day, so someone coming to talk to us, and it's a small, super small town, someone who actually lived through that and taking their time out of their day to come and just educate us about what happened. That was pretty great to experience.
I really think it's important for programs like these to be a thing because it does spread awareness and it reminds us that things like this does not need to happen again and that violence is not okay.